Yes, okay. Hello, Internet. It is I, Lulu. I'm just here to chill. I've been really feeling like I want to play Pokemon. So, we're gonna play Pokemon. That's what we're gonna do. But we're gonna not play it normally because it's 2024. We can't play it normally. So we're gonna play with a gimmick, but I don't know what that gimmick's gonna be yet because I have. Hang on, hang on. I have a wheel. Oh, the wheel is on top of my face. Aha! I have a wheel. It's a wheel of various gimmicks that I've collated from official challenges. I've included a couple of my own little things. Um, you can probably see the list there. I'm not explaining what any of them are unless we roll them. So let's go ahead and let's do a little spinny. What are we doing? Oh no, 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 no. And no, that's the one I didn't want. No. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, I put it on the list, so it's there now. I guess that's what we're doing. We're doing a Professor Oak challenge with Pokemon Red, and I'm gonna hate myself. Alright, we can hide the wheel. We can hide the wheel. The wheel is gone. Oh no, I didn't want to. Okay. We are so professional. I know exactly what I'm doing at all times, actually. So, we're going to open up the ROM. I mean, my official copy of the game. And I gotta make sure I got sound. Open up. Oh, inactive. Yeah, I know, because I'm trying to get my setup. It's fine. Oh, hello, Joey. Thank you for joining me. Oh, where's the sound? There's no sound. Did I turn it all the way down? I probably turned it all the way down. Inactive. No, it's... Oh, yeah, it was muted. I don't know why. Oh, that's loud. Inactive game friend. Okay, we're gonna turn that way down. That's way down. Alright. How do I play this game again? Oh, did I have a file on here already? Oh my god. No! I am super professional at this. I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay. I want a new game. I want... What are my buttons? What are my buttons? I don't know what my buttons are. I figured that they would be the arrow keys, but perhaps they are not. Controller? Oh, you know what? I changed it. That's why. Okay. We got it. We got it. We're going. Hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. I'm gonna skip you, Oak. We're gonna skip. Alright, it's just gonna be me. In all caps. It's time to get started with this. Oh, what should my rival be named? I don't really want to think about it too hard. Should I just call him Butts? Ulul? Alright, we'll go with it. Evil reverse Lulu. His name is Ulul. Alright. So, for those who may not be aware, whether watching or VOD watching, the Professor Oak Challenge is a challenge to fully complete the Pokédex as far as you are able within each leg of the journey. An evil, twisted version of Lulu. Yep, for my twisted mind. I'm not a boy mom. I am a non-beanie. I'm a non-beanie mom. So yes, so I need to know every Pokemon I can get. Basically, the checkpoints are the checkpoints for the game are the badges. So I have to catch and log every possible Pokemon between each badge. I'm probably gonna have to pull up a list because I have made an attempt at a Professor Oak challenge before. It's a good mindless activity to do when you're stressed out, which is kind of how my day has been going. So, that's kind of where we're at. Yeah. I know, sir. Okay. Now I get to pick a Pokemon. Alright. Which friend am I going to receive today? Yeah, it's been kind of a day. It's been kind of a week. Lots of things happening in life and in the world. It's a little stressful out there, so sometimes you just gotta do some mindless Pokemon, but I hope you're having a good day. I wish I had Pikachu as an option. He is not here. I don't know if I want Bulbasaur. I genuinely like all of them. I think my favorite is probably Charmander, but Bulbasaur is very close. And I love Squirtle, but I think Squirtle's probably my least favorite of the group. But they're all solid. They're all real solid. I think I might just go with Charmander because it's gonna be a little bit easier for grinding purposes. Yes, I would like the fire Pokemon Charmander. Okay. So I need to also point out that the Pokédex challenge, the full Pokédex Professor Oak challenge includes that I have to have all possible evolutions, which means I have to try to get Charizard before Brock. So mostly this is just going to be a podcast where I just sit here and mash buttons while I chat. Alright, what is my theme for names going to be? What's a good name? Maybe I'll name them after crimes. I'll call you Arson. It really is. It's going to be very funny. I like to imagine, like, what the mentality of the character, who would do this. Like you got, like, your rival, Blue. Blue was, like, running, like, I'm gonna go fight all the gym leaders, and I'm catching Pokemon and stuff. And I'm getting real strong, and then back in, like, Route 1 is, like, the protagonist who's just, like, methodically, slowly training a Pokemon up for, like, 5 or 6 months. Oh, yes, the fast forward button will be abused. I may even end up turning the volume down even more just so that you don't have to hear the horrible little screechy sounds. I think that's probably why my volume was down. I was probably doing either an oak challenge or I was doing some challenge and I was bored while I was grinding, so I wanted to listen to a video or something. It really is just, I mean, I've played Pokemon Red way more than I feel like I should have. But it is just nostalgic every time to come back to it. It's such a bugged out game. It's genuinely, it's barely that good of a game, but it's a good game. Yeah, I could probably put some other music on at some point. I don't know how long the stream is gonna be. I can usually only handle about like 2 hours before I start to get silly. So that's probably about as long as we'll go. Yeah, it's cozy. Cozy's the good word for it. It's just like, you know exactly what you're getting into. There's not a whole lot you just know it's familiar. It's like going back to your hometown, but without the baggage. It's gonna be the top percentage of Rattatas in a second. When we get our Rattata, that'll be the top percentage of Rattatas. Alrighty. There's really no reason to skip any battles or anything, because we're gonna have to be grinding anyways. Oh. Okay. Oh, we're zooming. We're zooming. I always forget how fast the fast forward button works on this one. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Honestly, I could probably just pull up like the Pokemon soundtrack like on YouTube or something and play it in the background. There probably is a setting for I haven't looked. This ROM is pretty... This ROM is pretty bare bones. Oh, that's right. You won't let me go. 'Cause you're drunk as hell. Oh, the Pokemon will get flagged. I was wondering, because I was like, are they gonna flag me because I'm playing the Pokemon soundtrack in this game? But I guess it's probably different. Wait, oh, what am I doing now? That's right, I gotta go get the thing from, I gotta go get the package from the Pokemart. Da, da, da. Yes, I did come from Pallet Town. Thank you. Alright, time to zoom. 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 That is a shame. Here is your thing. Now give me a Pokédex. Because I need it for this challenge. Alright, let's go talk to Blue's hot older sister. Thank you. Music, copyright is always like, I get it. There's good things with it, but I feel like, you know, it's a little too crazy. And it's unfortunate. Sometimes you just want to, like, listen to and share a tune, you know? Okay, now... I don't have Pokeballs. I have to buy them. I'm gonna need lots of Pokeballs. So let's just get as many as I can buy. That sounds like an interesting class, though. I do feel like copyright is kind of bad in all places, but I feel like music is one of the most litigious. Alright, you're gonna be larceny. I'm gonna run out of crimes that are like, oh, I didn't want to do that. I'm gonna run out of like crimes that are like okay for me to name a Pokemon after. So we'll have to come up with something else. Alright, that's all that's in this area. So let's pop over here. I think I'm gonna have to probably... Oh yeah, okay. I thought there was a Nidoran over here. We'll just branch out a little bit. I don't want to be... Yeah, I do need to evolve them all too. That's the fun part of the Professor Oak challenge. I'm pretty sure this is all that's over here. If I remember correctly. Okay, no, there's also Spearow. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's oops. Sorry, Arson. What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, thanks for linking that. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's the one I used before when I was trying this the first time. Because I know... Yes, I know you're over here. Oh, I didn't want to do that. What's a good name? I'm running out of crimes. Yes, Pikachu is the rare one. The bugs are definitely going to be the easiest, though, because they don't take a whole lot. Where is the Caterpie? Caterpie's in this one, right? It's just rarer. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember if it's... Oh, I'm poisoned. Should probably go back to the Pokemon Center. Sorry, Arson. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think it's just rarer in red. We've already got Arson up to level 10. That's not bad. It's gonna still be a slog, though. I want to move you. Okay, how? I want to move that there. There's Caterpie. Okay. Okay, libel's in the PC. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna bump Arson up to like level 13 or something, and then we'll switch guys. Actually, let's just switch guys now. Let's put... Because I'm gonna have to switch in... I'm gonna have to switch anyways. Because Weedle's not gonna be able to do a whole lot. Until he levels up. There's Pikachu! Oh, Piracy died. Okay, cool. And then Pikachu can just hang out in the... Pikachu can just go and hang out in the box for a while, because I won't be able to evolve him in a bit. Pikachu! Alright, let's run over to the Pokemon Center. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just take... We're gonna put... deposit... Oh, I forgot you can't see who they are. Well, it doesn't really matter. We'll put theft away for now, because I would like to get out. It's really funny to just see their names just listed like that. It's like the villain wiki, where the list of crimes. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go in, we're gonna fight all the trainers, and we're gonna see if that gets our bugaboos up a bit. Oh, you're not a trainer? I don't have it. I have enough Pokeballs. Alright, I'm gonna have to switcheroo. Yes. Back to piracy. No, and then back to arson. Okay. Alright. Arson is once again poisoned. I'm sure this will be fine and will not cause any problems. Oh wait, I wanted to switch. I wanted to switch, actually. Okay. Now if I can remember where all the trainers are. Oh cool, I found an antidote. Arson is logged into PlayStation Network. Alright, isn't there a trainer over here? No, I think that's just in Leaf Green in the remakes. There's not a whole lot of trainers in here. Alright. I think there's one more trainer. Yeah, piracy is evolving. Piracy is entering the digital era. Piracy is now LimeWire. Yeah. Alright. So, I think I'm gonna have to pull up the dock. So I'm gonna be... the game's gonna look inactive for a second. It's fine. Challenge guide. Spreadsheets. There you are. Okay, so I think I've caught everybody. Oh, no, either is Nidoran. Nidoran female is over in the corner there that I have not gotten. So I have to go back and find Nidoran female. Oh, hey, look, there's an item. What is it? It's a potion. The one thing about the Professor Oak challenge that's nice is that you never have to worry, like, unlike a Nuzlocke, which is like super, I am always very tense when I'm playing a Nuzlocke. I never have to worry about about having enough items because I'm just going to completely obliterate literally everything I come across with. Okay. Is Nidoran female over here? That's what it says, but I don't... Huh. Well, I guess we'll find out, won't we? We're training up we're grinding anyways. I feel like I should have, like, I am gonna turn the music down a little bit so we don't have to hear the horrible screechy sounds of death. Did I not turn it down? Yeah, turn it off. Okay. I feel like I'm definitely gonna get caught for whatever I decide to put on. What else what music do I have that won't get copywritten? Let's just put on the one that's totally instrumental. There's probably things in there that are gonna get caught, but we'll see. We'll play it quiet. Or maybe we won't, because apparently all of my songs are gone. What? Why does it say they're gone? What do you mean you can't find the file? Very odd. Yeah, it is a low stakes stream, so you know what? Whatever. We're just gonna turn on the Yu-Gi-Oh one. Alright, that feels like a good volume. Yeah. Alright. And off we go on our card game adventure. Oh, there you are. I knew you had to be here somewhere. Oh. Oh, this will be annoying if I can't catch you. Larceny. Do some crimes. Is the funniest shaped little sprite, just like a little potato. She's just a little potato. Yes. What shall we name you? Oh, I thought of one. Okay. All right. So we can probably just go back. All right. We've caught every Pokemon we need to catch. Now we just gotta evolve them. So that's gonna be the fun part. So I think I'm gonna go over to... I'm gonna just zip on my way over to Pewter City so that I can be closer to that Pokemon Center. And I feel like there's slightly higher level Pokemon up near. I'm probably gonna spend most of my time in the Viridian Forest, to be fair. It's just gonna be a lot of this, so I feel like I should have a topic to talk about. Normally when I'm doing like recording sessions, oh, I'm out of PP. When I'm doing like a recording session, if I was playing a game where I was like bored, I would like talk about books. But honestly, I haven't been reading that much the last couple of days. I'm trying to work on a video of like my best, my favorite media that I consumed last year. So I'm working on that. Oh, you're right. Yeah, there are trainers in Brock's gym that I can hit up. Huh. Okay. See, okay. Where am I? There we go. Okay. So yeah. What? Okay. I need to pay more attention. Yeah. I had to read. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, we're just gonna be silly about it, I think. I've been reading, I just started reading. Also just vibing, no worries. I can't think of anything. Okay. I'll probably just jabber a little bit, but with no real vibes. Maybe I can't even talk. Maybe I can't even speak. I was reading a book called All That Remains, which is like, it's by like a forensic anthropologist, so it's mostly just about death and dying. It's kind of a bummer. But, you know, it's an interesting and worthwhile book to read. But other than that, I've mostly just been crocheting. I've been crocheting a lot the last couple of weeks. I made all my family's Christmas presents by hand, and now I'm attempting to make a gift for my friend for this weekend, but I'm kind of making this one up a little bit, so we'll see if it actually works or if I'm gonna have to run out and buy a gift instead. But yeah, I skipped too fast, but we got Charmeleon. He looks so funny from behind. He's so shaped. Yeah, like I feel like this is something, I'm not going to get super into this because this is a deep topic for a silly little Pokemon stream, but something I struggle with is, which I'm sure that everyone struggles with at some level, is, you know, the inevitability of our mortality. So I think it's important to face that sometimes. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. But beyond that, oh, I also, much more fun. I just finished reading They Met in a Tavern, which, as it sounds, is a excellent, like, little D&D flavored adventure book. I have the sneaking suspicion that the book is in fact the author's group of friends D&D campaign that he just wrote into a novel. And it rocks, it rules, it slaps. Oh no, I'm so sorry you caught COVID. That sucks. No, let's just run. Okay, no, we just gotta go. We've run out of PP. But yeah. It was a really fun little novel. And there's a sequel, and I'm really excited to read that. Because I am obsessed with D&D flavored things, including D&D. And I will forever be mad that Mario came out at the same time as the D&D movie. And that means that we're never going to get another D&D movie. Yeah. Me after I start HUT. Excellent. No notes. I should probably go back into Viridian Forest. I feel like the overall XP gain is probably better. Because you might run into a Pikachu, which I'm pretty sure gives a lot more. Okay, we gotta switcheroo that so that I can mash faster. Good job, Forgery, growing up a level. I have been thinking about, like, I still have my goals of watching every single Precure, because I was trying to do that last year. And I finished Splash Star, which I had already started that before that year, and then I watched Yes, Pretty Cure 5, which I didn't enjoy as much as the other Pretty Cures I've seen, and so I didn't continue because the next one is just more Pretty Cure 5. So I am still planning on finishing my Pretty Cure 5, my Pretty Cure watch through, but I've also been thinking that it would be really nice to just watch all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. Which is like, with what time? With what time, bitch? Because like, it's other shows I can, I can put on the background and I can play silly little Pokemon game, or I can crochet, but if I'm gonna watch Yu-Gi-Oh! I want to watch the sub, which means I have to pay attention. I just can't watch the dub. I appreciate the dubs for the silliness that they inspire, but I also resent them at the same time because I can't, even when the writing's decent, I feel like the voice direction is always way too silly for me. No, mad respect for voice actors. I know it's a tough job. I just can't stand a lot of the choices made for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters. I also physically cannot watch the Arc 5 dub because if I have to hear Reiji being referred to as Declan, I think I will commit crimes. Yeah, like, I feel like the original DM dub, I respect it for what it did for the series, like, for the franchise as a whole. And I feel like the voice direction in the first one wasn't too bad. It was on par with, like, pretty much everything else that was happening in that era. And I feel like the voice actors themselves are still, like, really into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I appreciate their love for the series and franchise. But then it's annoying that, like, where pretty much every other dub nowadays is kind of like understanding now, like, what people actually like about dubs is just being able to watch the show that they like. Oh, there's Beedrill. In their own language. Instead of, like, understanding that, they just... God damn it. They just continue to cling to the silliness. They're like, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just such a silly thing. We can't take it seriously. Nothing can be taken seriously. And, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is silly. It is objectively a silly show. But I feel like you have to balance that with the fact that it's also, like, wildly serious And it hits better when you can balance that silly with the, oh shit, that just happened moments. But a lot of them, even nowadays, even the you know, or even Arc 5, you know, they always had to throw a one-liner joke in there. Yeah, like GX's fits for the first half, but then like, yeah, then Jaden starts committing genocide, and it's like we can't be making puns anymore, you guys. Please read the room. I think the style of dub that Yu-Gi-Oh is unfortunately prone to does fit the newer Yu-Gi-Oh series, so I'm happy that at the very least that I feel like those shows aren't going, like Sevens and Go Rush are not going to be horribly mangled. But I don't know. Sevens is so cute. I just finished it. I finally finished it last year, so I got to start on Go Rush because I have really liked the characters in Duel Links. I'm really fascinated. I would like to know more about these children. But it definitely does obviously lean towards a younger audience than some of the previous ones. And like, I know a lot of people will say, well, Yu-Gi-Oh's always been for kids, and I agree, it has, but I also think it's been oftentimes for older kids. Like, I feel like the original Yu-Gi-Oh being in Shonen Jump would, like, the demographics, I feel like would spread from like ages 9 up to like ages 18. And I always felt like Yu-Gi-Oh was kind of like on the slightly towards the middle of that demographic. Like Yu-Gi-Oh, I feel like DM is like aimed at like, oh, there's I keep pressing the button and nothing's happening. Oh, nobody's had it. Okay, you know what? We gotta reassess. Yeah, like Vrains was like so serious, like too serious. That's half of the reason I didn't finish it, which maybe I should finish it someday. Maybe I should give it a fair shake. I was really bitchy back when that was coming out. Yeah, Link summoning sucks. It's bad. Alright, we can... Oh, no, I want to deposit... I'm forgetting who anyone is. Piracy. Piracy can be deposited. Which means we can bring out Fraud. Maybe I shouldn't have nicknamed them. I don't know who anyone is. Yeah, it did absolutely follow Arc 5, so it was fighting an uphill battle. I felt kind of guilty about that, actually. Honestly, the fandom back then was absolutely toxic as hell. So I felt, like, guilty for not enjoying Vrains. And to be fair, I did like the first couple of episodes. I did like the first bits of Vrains. I just started to get annoyed with the decisions as they went on. And also started to get annoyed with the toxicity of anyone who did like Vrains at that time was like, it's so much better than Arc 5. And I'm like, can we just be chill about this? Y'all. Can we just have a good time? Without stomping on other people? It's because pendulum summoning is the greatest type of summoning of all time, and I'm not biased, I promise. Alright, we gotta go back to the Pokemon Center already. That's the one thing about this area, is the poison! Honestly, yeah, I feel like, honestly, a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh! I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is unnecessarily complicated, for sure, as a card game. But I do feel like people will always like over complicate it too. They're like, oh, all these summoning techs are so hard. I'm like, it's just math, you guys. It's all just like the most simplest of math. Synchros is literally just like 2 plus 3. Exactly. They're complaining about the wrong part. Like, oh, Exceed summoning is so hard. I'm like, do you know that 4 equals 4? 4 plus 4. Can you count? I miss Yu-Gi-Oh though. I say that like I haven't been obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh constantly every day of my life. But you know, sometimes you just miss a thing, even though it's right in front of you. That's why I feel like I want to rewatch all of it. All right, Libel Libel has gotten bigger. Has evolved? That's the word. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. I love when Kakuna hardens. It's my favorite thing. Oh yeah, like if it doesn't have a level, the level should be 0. I'm like, y'all. It's so funny though. Everyone's always complains that like, why would they have whole schools for learning how to duel, and then they all complain about having to do math. Like the world's most simplest math. It's not even fractions and you're complaining. Like you can call Yu-Gi-Oh summonings complicated when they involve having to turn when they involve having to turn fractions into mixed numbers. Yeah, action duels, honestly, I feel like action duels were like the answer to making the card game even more interesting to watch. Because that's what you want in the show, is like it has to be fun to watch. I feel like you could make action cards work in the game. Like in Duel Links, they have like when like the dual meter. Like when you do different things, like your meter goes up and you can activate different action cards. So I feel like you could almost have like a separate action card deck that's randomly shuffled. And like you can like, I don't know, like collect tokens over time that you can spend to flip over a card from the action card deck. I do remember playing like a fun version of Yu-Gi-Oh at one point. I don't remember who I was with, but we were playing a game where it was like, we played a version of the game where like we had a stack of field spells in the middle. And like every so often you'd flip over a new field spell, and that was the new arena, and you had to like apply that to the whole field. I thought that was neat. I feel like there's a lot more things you could do with Yu-Gi-Oh to make it more interesting and like more like I don't know how to play Magic, but the one thing that people I know who do play Magic say is that Yu-Gi-Oh would benefit from having various formats, and I agree. All right, we got Butterfree. Yeah, you're stalling to get the dual tin. Yes, same. And like, yeah, you're saying that this is more interesting, but it certainly is not. Alright, I gotta make my own little list so I can check things off as I go. Alright. So we got... Charmeleon, we got Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, we got Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill, we got Pidgey, we got Rattata. We got Spearow. We got Pikachu. We got both the Nidorans. Okay, so now it's just grinding. Alright. Let's look at my Pokemon. I've got Pidgey. Don't I? Did I forget to catch a Pidgey? I'm gonna have to go back to my Pokemon. I definitely haven't evolved a Pidgey yet, but I thought I had caught one. Let me deposit liable. Can I see the stats? There's, yeah, the theft. Alright. So let's... Honestly, I'm just gonna put Arson up in front. He's gonna take the longest. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure Pidgeot's gonna be longest. Eventually, the problem is just gonna be running out of PP. Yeah. I could talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever. It's too bad that, like, dueling schools don't actually exist, because I would become a dueling professor. So I could talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! All day. Wow, we're already at 21. That's not bad. Time goes fast when you can hang out with people. Ah, no, don't click off. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not that good at the game. I'd definitely be a red if they. But I would eventually just become an ineffectual teacher, because that's who they hire. They hire incompetent teachers. So I feel like I have a good shot at getting a job there. Man, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Soundtrack rules. I genuinely don't think Kaiba has anything to do with the school except his name on it. Like, I'm pretty sure he just, like, bought the island and was like, here, have a school, and left. Because he's too busy sitting in his room looking at pictures of Atem. Because you know that boy has still not gotten any therapy. Oh, we're out. Alright. Larceny, it's your turn. Oh, sorry, Larceny. Yeah, see, exactly. And where is that? I wonder where that space elevator is now. Obviously, Dark Side of Dimensions came out before or after GX, so they can't be canon compliant. Hey, out of school, make sure Slifer is at his house. Wait, did he collapse the space elevator? It's been so long since I saw Dark Side of Dimensions. Also, hi Zephyr. Officially, hello. Thank you for joining me on my silly little Professor Oak. We're doing our silly little Professor Oak challenge. Okay, so that's why there's no space elevator in GX, because he collapsed the goddamn space elevator. Yes, we are doing the Professor Oak challenge. If you are unaware, that means I have to fully complete the Pokédex as much as I possibly can before each checkpoint, which means I have to catch and evolve every possible Pokemon that I can catch before the Rock Badge. So we're just grinding forever, is what's happening while we talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. I should not have put it on my wheel. I knew I didn't want to do it, but I put it on the wheel, so I respected the wheel. I respected my poor choices. Yeah, it is kind of what Red did. So I'm gonna go into Brock with a full team of fully evolved Pokemon, including a fully evolved Charizard. I don't want to talk to you. Stop accidentally being talked to. Oh, I'm out of PP. Alright, forgery. It's a good thing that Kakunas don't do anything. Oh, sorry, Theft. I don't want to talk to you anymore! I don't quite remember Origins. I should maybe watch it again. I remember liking it, though. I always think that... I always love, like... I'm honestly kind of glad that Ash has retired, even though I'm a little bit, like, nostalgically sad about it. But I do kind of wish that they would do more of those, like, little side mini-series, because I've always loved them. Theft logged in the PlayStation Network and died. Yep. But like I loved pretty much every mini-series they've ever done. It's always been like the most incredible animation, really good writing, really just fun and full of personality. I did just watch Hisui and Snow finally, which is, you know, it's only like 3 episodes. They're all only like 10 minutes long, and it's still like some of the best shit that I've seen for Pokemon ever. I loved it, and I want like a full series of Hisui stuff. They let me see one glimpse of my horrible little gremlin man in the background. They let me see Volo in the background, and then they didn't give me any more animation. But also, yes, Zoroark. I love Zoroark. I want an animated series of the Legend storyline. I think it would rule. I want to see Volo go apeshit in animation. Yes, animated Volo would rule. I mean, he would suck, but that he would rule because he sucks. Yeah, sure, we'll learn Rage. What else can... What could go wrong? Arson has become a barbarian. He can now rage. Okay, I don't think I've seen Horizons yet. That's the new one, right? With the new protagonists. I have not seen any of that yet. To be fair, I never finished... I didn't watch a lot of the Pokemon series. Like, I've seen pretty much all of Indigo Plateau. I remember watching a bunch of Johto as a kid and some of the Hoenn series. But I never saw any of Sinnoh, Unova, and I just got the Osmosis clips of, like, Kalos and Alola. So I don't know much about it. Sun and Moon looks so fun. The animation is so cute, and I love the characters in that series so much. Genuinely, the only thing I'm sad about with Ash retiring is that I really wanted to see him interact with the Galar cast. I would have loved to see Ash and Bede bounce off of each other. That's my other terrible Pokemon son, Bede. Oh, did he? Did they show up in the anime? I thought they were showing up in Horizons. Or did they even, are they even in Horizons? If they're not, I'm gonna be really sad because they're genuinely, I have no reason to think this, but the Sword and Shield cast is my favorite Pokemon cast. Oh, okay. Horizons was Paldea, yes. Oh, yeah, Nimona would have been a great character for him to meet. Larceny just keeps getting poisoned. Oh boy. Oh boy. Bede wasn't in it? Oh no! Bede! But he's the best. I can't even say he's my favorite because I love Hop so much, and I love Marnie. I love them all so much. They are just, those are my children. I'm obsessed with them. Alright, we're gonna have to just... Alright. Oh, is the soundtrack really bad in English? That's too bad. I do like a lot of the old the old 90s American music. That was actually my very first my very first music album I ever owned was Pokemon the First Movie, which really isn't Pokemon music at all, but oh, but it kind of went downhill later, I'm assuming, because 4Kids doesn't even exist anymore. That was one thing, honestly, 4Kids was good at, is they did some pretty good music. Like, they had to do all the new music for Tokyo Mew Mew, too, and they turned it into Mew Mew Power. And while Mew Mew Power as a whole is just kind of as an adaptation, the music fucking slaps. They got some really good insert songs. Okay. Oh, Pokemon Company, yeah. Man, I love Pokemon so much. It sucks that it has to be such like a horrible little capitalist nightmare nowadays. We're getting there, my dudes. I am out of pee-pee. No more pee-pee. I forgot to switch my Pokemon! I'll remember eventually. I'm not really doing anything in this game except pressing buttons, but honestly it is kind of relaxing to just sit here and grind. Oh, they don't even get to release the music? That sucks. Yeah, I'm sure that the Sun and Moon soundtrack's gotta be great, because I remember really loving the soundtrack in the games. Like, it's one of the few that opening theme song from Alola is one of the few Pokemon songs that ended up on, like, my long-term circulating, favorite songs list. Yeah, it's a shame that there's just so many extenuating factors in, like, adaptations and stuff, because, and just, I guess, art in general, that there's so much stupid bullshit in the way of sharing good art. I'm trying to just hit. Oh, my kitty cat is sleeping. He is so sleepy. Yeah. Yeah, that's a shame, because I know, like, we got Pokemon Special, but there's got to be a whole lot of other, like, tie-in stuff that they just never bothered sharing. I did like Pokemon Special. I didn't read a lot of it, but I liked what I read. I thought it was an interesting take on the canon. Out of pee-pee. Yeah, Nirvana High Paladin time. Magical Pokemon Journey. That I do not know anything about. I also don't know anything about Golden Boys. Well, like a shoujo manga with a shoujo Pokemon manga sounds rad. I would love that. Genuinely, it's like, I feel like at its core, Pokemon is such like a pure and wholesome concept. And it sucks that it has to, like, I love pretty much every bit of Pokemon as a franchise, but it does suck that it has to be such a big multimedia monolith. Because, like, it's such like a money machine now that I feel like it sometimes loses sight of its core that I love so, which is just being a little kid running around and making friends with animals. Ooh, Sonoma Roll manga. And, oh, okay, an adaptation of Gold, Silver, Crystal. Cool. God, a cinema roll art style for Pokemon. That sounds like a match made in heaven. I would be obsessed. I don't know a whole lot about Sanrio or any of those characters, but cinema roll's always been my favorite. So cute. Isn't, like, cinema roll, like, not a rabbit? I think I just learned this semi recently. Like, I think cinema roll's supposed to be like a dog, which doesn't make any sense to me. Ooh, I will look at those covers when I have a chance, because I definitely want to know more. I don't think Larson has had any training today yet. Hyperfang, hell yeah. Terriermon situation? You mean about Cinema Roll? Is Terriermon also not a rabbit? I mean, I guess it's called Terriermon. But that's impossible. That's gotta be a rabbit. That's a little lop bunny. I love Terriermon. It's like my favorite Digimon. You know, not to talk about Digimon while we're in Pokemon Town, but my favorite Digimon is Wizardmon. I like Wizardmon a lot. I think he's neat. If I got to be a Digidestined and have a Digimon friend, I would want Wizardmon. Yeah, I know. I want to cry about Wizardmon and him being not alive anymore all the time. Okay, so Lopmon is a bunny, but Terriermon isn't, even though they're literally just recolors of each other. I'm calling bullshit on that. Digimon, I'm calling bullshit on you right now. I love Lopmon and Terriermon though. Like, I remember a friend of mine as a kid had like little toy figures of them, and I was obsessed with them. They were my favorites. I also had a bunch of Digimon toys, but honestly the only one I can remember is like the weird guy who's just like a man who is like he's just a big round head with sunglasses and like arms and legs. He's like a really gross Kirby. Oh, I have Cyber Sleuth. I should play that. I bought it a while ago on a Steam sale. Oh, hang on. Hang on, sorry. Oh, I love Summer Wars. Summer Wars rules. That's like one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm a big... I know, like, Mamoru Hosoda only, like, writes one movie, but I'm kind of obsessed with that one movie. Because I love all of his movies. See, like, some people can only write one story and it's bad. Some people write only one story and it's good. So... Alright, time for a refresh. We're getting closer. I can sense it. We are getting within reach. I might actually go and bother some of Brock's gym trainers for a little bit of EXP. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Why do I keep talking to you? I'm pretty sure anyone who's ever had a favorite property that belongs to Bandai Namco has wanted to destroy Bandai Namco. I don't know a whole lot about those properties, but I feel like it's a mutual feeling. To be fair, I feel like that's anyone who likes anything owned by a corporation. That's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans with Konami. Konami is my nemesis. I think I caught bits of what happened with G-Witch. I really want to watch that so bad. I still haven't seen it. But I think I did catch hints of what happened. I watched the first 2 episodes of G-Witch like a year ago because I knew it was gay and had robots and I needed something to show to my kids at my anime club that day, and I didn't know what, so I was just like, there can't be anything super bad, inappropriate in a Gundam series, so I just threw that on. Oh yeah, the up to interpretation. I do remember the up to interpretation line going around. Oh, good for the artists. Good for them. Powerful. Yeah, they retracted it. I'm gonna lose it if I talk to this man one more time. forgery, please hit. Absolutely. Artists need to band together and tell their corporate overlords to go fuck themselves. And on that note, support the SAG-AFTRA strike. I am vaguely aware of the Digimon card game. Ooh. I do love a good pop-up shop. Oh no! Oh no, it was a bad pop-up shop. That's so disappointing. I'm so sorry to hear that. This is like absolute peak Yu-Gi-Oh! Insert song. Yu-Gi-Oh! Always has a good soundtrack, but I don't think there's a better insert song than Clear Mind. Or whatever this one is called. I just know it plays when he does Clear Mind. Yu-Gi-Oh! Should do a lot more. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Should do more. Yu-Gi-Oh! Should do a lot more insert songs, in my opinion. Honestly, I don't like the second half of 5Ds, but Clear Mind is peak. Oop. Oop. Oh my god, it's such a sad little shop! Oh no! It's so sad! Oh no! What were they selling if they didn't have individual boosters? A whole box? No. No, you're not getting anyone into a card game if you tell them they have to buy a whole box. What you gotta do is you gotta have the individual boosters, because then they think, oh, it's just one pack. And then they buy a pack, and then they pull it. They're like, those cards are cool. Let's buy one more pack. And then they buy like 20 packs. Oh my goodness. What are these people doing? I mean, to be fair, it is a gacha game. I mean, gachas are essentially just blind boxes, but digital. And that's what a card pack is. Genuinely, I have no idea who, I don't remember who said this, but I remember somebody once saying that getting pregnant was like having a gotcha. It's like a gotcha pull. My shop in TCG simulator. My shop in TCG simulator looks nicer than that. Because I actually care about my virtual shop. I don't even know who needs to train right now. I just don't like the second half of 5Ds. And the more time goes on, the less I like it. I think it comes down to the fact that I've just started to realize, because that's another case of people who only know how to write one story. That's what, shit, I'm forgetting his name, Yoshida, the guy who directed that half of 5Ds and who also directed Zale. He knows how to write like a single type of story, and every time sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I think it worked fine for Zale. It worked really meh for 5Ds, and it worked horribly for the Arc 5 manga. Yeah, he did do some GX, didn't he? I don't remember what part. Yeah, no, I can't believe I'm admitting to the fact that the Arc 5 manga exists, but it fills me with rage. Yeah, I think, here's the thing. I feel like there are certain, like, directors and writers who somehow, I don't know how, but they write a couple of, like, good episodes for things, and then people just think that, oh, obviously you can do a whole series. Obviously you could do a whole series. Okay, Nidorino's we got Nidorino. And then they give them a whole series and they just fuck it up. I don't think Yoshida did too much terrible with GX. The other director I'm thinking of is Stephen Moffat, because he writes some really good episodes for Doctor Who, but then when he was in charge of Doctor Who, it sucked. When he was in charge of the whole season, it sucked. But yeah, no, the Arc 5, the designs, I think, in the manga are... Oh yeah, he is in charge, he's responsible for the first half of Reigns, which again, it's the same story. The same basic thing is that there's always a MacGuffin of some kind that everyone wants, and there's always 3 separate groups who are after it, and the protagonist is always the outsider to those, like, the outsider to, like, the factions fighting over it. It's the same story every single time. And sometimes, depending on the character who is the protagonist, it can be fine. Unfortunately, like Yuma, I think was a great outsider character. I think he balanced the factions all after the Numeron Code really well. And that comes down to the fact that Yoshida didn't design or create Yuma. He was given Yuma and told to do something with him. So I think that turned out okay. For Vrains, I think it was a little It was a little boring because, unfortunately, Yusaku was kind of flat in a lot of ways and didn't necessarily interact with all the factions as well as he could have. Though I probably need to give that one a second watch to give it a fair shot, but... and then in Arc 5, it was just a terrible mess, mostly because the side characters were treated so poorly. And also it always comes down to the misogyny. Yoshida's really good at misogyny. Yeah, it's really unfortunate just how bad the misogyny is. I'm gonna be real, the reason I stopped watching Brains was specifically because of the treatment of Aoi. It was I stopped watching the episode before her duel with Spectre because I'd seen the clips of her loss, and I was just so mad at the way that they were treating her that I stopped watching. I still really like Aoi. I love Blue Angel. I love her. I love all her designs. But getting a new character design is not a substitute for character growth and development. Yeah, that was pretty bad. To be fair, I think that also the difference though is that Yuya also eats shit in the anime. In Arc 5, he's also like gets tossed around like a ragdoll and eats shit. But I feel like no other character in Brains got treated the way Aoi did. Yeah. Yeah, Eradicate achieved! Exactly, yeah. So it's like, I definitely don't think Yuzu and the girls in Arc 5 were treated perfectly. I definitely think there's misogyny in that. If I had to say that any Yu-Gi-Oh series does its female characters well, it's Sevens. And I think Sevens and possibly Go Rush, though I haven't seen it yet, are the only ones that actually know how to write women and like care about their female characters fully. But I don't think Arc 5 did horrible. But for what it's worth, Sevens has probably the best, most well-treated female cast. I should watch Go Rush though. Oh yeah, Asana! I love Asana. Little baby Butch. Asana, I love that Asana and Taiga have so much Yuri going on. Okay, but 13-year-olds, that's what they do, is they bully 11-year-olds. That's what 13-year-olds do. That's normal. Hello, Kit. Welcome. We're doing a little Professor Oak challenge here, so I'm just kind of grinding while we chat about Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, exactly. Mostly Taiga just bullies her brother, which is exactly what siblings do. That's normal sibling behavior. At least I think it is, because my sister and I were generally always in good terms, so. And you know what? If Arc 5 is your last one, I think that's a good one to end on. It's definitely my favorite. Forever. To drown your okay, but try to imagine for a moment that you just walk into like a schoolyard and you hear a 13-year-old screaming, "Drown your arrogance in hell." You're not gonna take that fucking seriously. That's just a child. That's just like a child yelling, "I have the power of God and anime on my side." Because also you got to think about it is that 11-year-olds and 13-year-olds, while it feels like a big gap, they're all in school together at the same time. Oh, why did I put larceny in front? Not you. So that's just like, you know, the seniors picking on the freshmen. Every day at the library, we get a big, huge group of middle schoolers in after school. So I get to hear lots of wild shit. So I'm just not, like, surprised at all by anything that any of the Sevens characters do or say. Oh, I'm sorry someone called you a weeb. That's not a nice thing to say to you. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not surprised by like anything a child says anymore. I've heard 5-year-olds say the wildest things. Of course, I can't think of any examples now, but like I feel like people underestimate just how much kids understand at any given age. Like once a kid is like 3 or 4 years old, they absolutely know what's going on around them. Yeah. I don't know. I think the real like charm of Sevens is the fact that the stakes never actually get that high. They're essentially just a bunch of kids playing an extreme game of pretend. They're just like off in the corner like, I shoot you with my laser gun, and like, no you don't because I've got a shield that bounces it off of me. And I love it. It's great. Exactly. Huge stakes in the eyes of like a child. And then it's especially funny because there's the singular adult in the room who is like just like who doesn't understand a single thing that's happening. Which I love Mimi Itachi. I'm desperately in love with Mimi Itachi. I find her extremely hilarious. Yes, and then Roman getting hangry. Honestly, the only unrealistic thing about these kids is the fact that like Roa and Romin are already like wildly successful idols. Yeah. She gets the hanger skill. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! It's so funny. It's just the funniest thing. I just remember when I was watching Sevens and every time we really thought that something like legitimately like bad was gonna happen or like the stakes were really gonna go up from like whatever like the preview was, it always turned out to be something like wildly mundane. Like when we really thought that like Roa was blackmailing Romin with something serious, and then it just turned out that he was gonna like, I'm gonna tell everyone you're tone deaf if you don't do what I say. I mean, I guess it kind of had high stakes at the end. I still want to know what Otis's deal was. I feel like Go Rush maybe goes into it a little bit because I've seen little bits and pieces of it and I'm trying to avoid spoilers. But I really want to get who the fuck Otis is. The fact that his name is Seto backwards makes me suspicious. I'm suspicious of him. Yeah, you should watch Sevens. It's really fun. Again, it's just like a bunch of kids being wild. He is bizarre. He gets arrested for card game crimes. His one thing he wants to do is be annoying for the rest of his life. And you know what? Good. I really thought we were gonna find out that Otis wasn't even fucking real. He was like a fucking hologram of some variety. But no, he's just a grown-ass man who's decided that he's gonna meddle with these 11-year-olds and make them play card games. Yeah, I forgot they got sent to the mines. The children yearned for the mines. It's okay, it's just Minecraft in real life. It's just in Minecraft. The kids love Minecraft. It's fine. God, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! It's so insane to me, like, all of their stupid ass, like every episode they had to come up with a stupider school club. I was obsessed with like all of the stupid little school clubs. Bro, if you told me I could go to the local mine and just dig up a real dual disc, I'd do it. Give me a pickaxe. And I wouldn't want to leave those poor cards buried in the earth. I got them from the card mines. Don't worry about it. I mean, it's kind of isn't that what Monjome did? I mean, it wasn't a mine. He jumped down a well and just collected a whole deck from there. Yeah, the forced labor facilities. Ugh. Yeah, you lost a card game, so now you gotta go live in the dump for the rest of your life. What a stupid anime. I love it so much. Was relinquished in the well? Was relinquished in the well? I don't remember relinquished in the well, but I mean, I guess it's a 0 attack monster. Wait. I don't remember who any of my Pokemon are. I should not have given them stupid names. No, I don't want piracy. I want to see who is in here. Okay, that's libel. Yeah, you can't ask them to read. None of them, not a single Yu-Gi-Oh player knows how to read. Can I just look at... Oh, I do love this. I do love... It is a nostalgic game. Man, I do miss the quality of life. Okay, Slander can stay in the Pokeball. Oh my god. Slander can stay in. Libel can stay in. And I don't want to withdraw. I just want to look. Okay, yes. Larceny can go back in the box. Oh, I'll be real. I don't ever read what my opponent's cards do in Duel Links or anything. I'm just gonna play my own little game over here, and then if you interrupt me, I guess that's just how it goes. Yeah, whatever happens, happens. Either you let me summon Assembled Nightingale or you don't, and if you don't, then I lose. It's just how it goes. Okay, do I need to withdraw anybody? Okay, no, Slander stays in the box. Libel stays in the box. Arsenic stays in the box. Piracy stays in the box. Larceny stays in the box. No, I don't need to get anybody out. Alright, I'm gonna go bother Brock. I'm gonna go bother Brock's gym trainers for some extra points. Oh, he only has one, doesn't he? Okay, that's it. Bro, I literally today, I was playing Duel Links. I was playing PvP. And somebody was doing this long, complicated, like, combo, and all I had on my field was Clear Wing. And then they just go ahead and they, like, bring out a single level 8 monster, activate its effect, I just blow it up with Clear Wing, and they immediately surrendered. Like, bro, what did you think was gonna happen? I didn't even have that much on my field. There's only one card for you to look at. Oh, yeah, Star Venom. Great. Excellent. I do think the funniest thing I've ever done in Duel Links was I was able, really early on in the game's life, I was able to first turn summon Ojama King and immediately block off all 3 of their monster zones. Yes, Nirvana Eye Paladin! I mean, blocking off, there's only 3 zones, and if he blocks off 3 zones, it's kind of stupid. I do really like that when Ruri and Rin were added to the game, like, there was a point where I was in PvP, and if I started a game, like, I was playing as Ruri, and people would surrender, like, as soon as we logged in, when they saw I was playing as Ruri, because Lyrilusks were so fucking good. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of my girl. It is really funny just how good Lyra looks are, because it makes it so funny to imagine, like, how the fuck did Yuri beat her? How did he defeat her? How did anyone defeat the FTK queen? Yeah, probably Super Poly. But that's probably why they didn't show us the duel, because they knew they couldn't justify it. Alright, Nidorina! It is kind of funny that he never actually used Violet Flash, but I kind of almost think it's funnier to think of the idea that, like, all of the academia kids are just like have like a little extra pack of cards specifically for fucking with people. Like, they just have like a instead of giving them a bag of flashbangs, they just give them like, here's a couple copies of Violet Flash. Man, this is making me want to write more fan fiction again. I gotta start writing again. I miss writing as much as I used to. Oh no, I'm so sorry your chapter got corrupted. I know that pain extremely well. Alright, Firo achieved. Yeah, it very much is, like, the thing is, like, I used to do it so easily, and I know that's partially because, you know, when you're young, you just kind of create things without really thinking about it. And it's also partially because nowadays, like, I have a lot more on my mind. But I do miss that it used to be so easy to just pump out words. I still remember that one Halloween that I was able to write an entire 11,000 word multi-chapter fic in a single evening. I miss it. I miss that. I've never written that much ever at once ever again. I am hoping that you are able to get your chapter back together, though. Again, I used my first foray into writing fan fiction was with a big old washing machine computer and fucking floppy disks, because my family was like behind the times even back then. So I have lost so much because those floppy disks would corrupt if you looked at them funny. Oh yeah, I can barely do like 1K nowadays, but that 11K in one night was like, that's like my goal, my holy grail now. Well, I'm sending you really good writing vibes, Zephyr. Yeah, it sure is GX. We're in GX town now. GX is so cool. I fucking love GX. When Kaiser got a heart condition from the card game he played, from the type of cards he played in a children's card game. Remember when card games gave someone a heart attack and he fucking died? God, Kaiser is so funny because he's so much. He's just like, he absolutely peaked in high school and he's not coping with it well at all. He copes with the fact that he peaked in high school by getting really into underground bondage. And then he goes back to high school and he's like, hello children, have you heard of BDSM? Okay, yeah, a lot of things in GX is Samajima's fault. No, I'm out of all my shit. Alright, let us put forgery away. I feel like Yakuza is something I should get into. I keep hearing about it. I feel like I should play those games. It seems like there's a lot to do in them, which is really what makes me like want to play them but also nervous to play them. But then again, what else am I doing with my time? I'm just grinding in Pokemon. Alright, we got Pidgeotto. Which one? Is there one you should start with? Because I feel like Yakuza 0 is the one I hear about the most. Okay. Maybe I'll see if I can get it on a sale or something. I did just make the poor decision of purchasing all 3 Dragon Age games because they were like $4 a piece in the last sale. Which are also going to be time sinks whenever I play those. Okay, turbo sale. I will look into that. I'll stick it on my wish list till I get updates. I forget how few moves Pidgeotto learns in this fucking game. The move pool is so small. Ooh, $8. That's a good deal. Yeah! It's Light of Hope time. I'm gonna lose it. I don't want to talk to this man. Yeah, it's really funny. Aw, that's too bad. Man, I haven't been to one in a long time, but I did go to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament once. Like a year or two ago, maybe. And I decided, in all my infinite wisdom, to bring a Zark Turbo deck. And that was a mistake. I could not summon Zark even once. I was really sad. I didn't even care about winning a match. I just wanted to summon Zark. Is it any good right now? Like, have they unleashed some cards that make it good, or like kind of good? Okay, I gotta look into this. I gotta show up to another fucking tournament with the funniest deck. It's a synchro version of Zark. Okay. See, I need to keep up with the card game more. I don't ever know when everything's coming out. I have been looking for a good card shop for so long. Everything around me is like comic book stores. There's like a gamer shop nearby that I thought was gonna be good, but then it turned out it was like really tiny, and most of it is just like fucking baseball cards for some reason. It's like board games and baseball cards and a couple of bootleg plushies, which they did have a plushie of Totally Awesome, which I almost bought just because I thought it was funny as hell. Fusion card that if you tribute a 2500 attack pendulum monster, you can fuse Zark from everywhere? Okay. I gotta update Zark Turbo. I gotta update my Zark Turbo. I gotta update my decks. I do really want to build Lyrilusk in real life. That, and I gotta just update all of my other decks. Excellent. Well, I hate to say it because I am having a great time. Unfortunately, my mouth my words, they're starting to fall apart. So I'm probably gonna call the stream here. But thank you so much for hanging out. This was really a lot of fun. I was kind of hoping we'd get to the end of this leg of the Professor Oak challenge by the end of the stream, but no, not happening. At least we're pretty close. We just need Charizard and Pidgeot. So if I remember my own schedule that I literally just posted this morning, or not even this morning, like an hour ago, like 3 hours ago. Next stream I'm gonna do is gonna be January 17th. I think that's a Friday. It's gonna be a little earlier because I'm doing something that Thursday, so I can't stream. But I'm not working that Friday, so I can stream a little earlier. Obviously, no obligation to stop by, but I will just be hanging out with TCG Card Shop Simulator again because, once again, I just kind of want to hang out with these streams. Yeah, Digimon Pop-Up Shop Simulator. I don't know. I just want to chill. I just like chilling in streams. I like having to chill, yap in streams. But thank you all so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. And that all of your Yu-Gi-Oh! Card pulls are excellent. Alright. Thank you guys. I will see you other places on the internet.